Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be building. It's simple as that. So I am currently building a castle. I'll show you guys in a second. This castle is a huge project of mine. That works. And it is extremely large. It's very complex. So obviously, you guys. I mean, if you have watched my channel before or know anything, if you're just some random person, this is my town that I've been building for a while. But if you know my channel, you know I've featured this in my older videos, especially the Great Caverns, which is over there. Um, I have been building a lot lately, but I realized us admins need a place to stay. Like me and Gray, this is our home, the castle that looks over the land, kind of thing. And it's cool. It's a really nice castle. It's not completed, obviously. There's still a lot to do back there. We have the main building. This people say this looks like a house. I mean, maybe it does to some people. There's but this is just a basic back. It's not too like it's not too filled up, but it's also like I have a lot of work to do, so it's not obviously like completed yet. I'm working on this room currently, which is the last room of which is like the last main room. The rest is gonna be like an outside area kind of thing. If you think about it like this, you can see I'm about halfway done. Maybe like so there'll be a courtyard area there, stuff like that. And we'll put trees around the side and kind of like close off the volcano with trees and all of that. Eventually we'll have to make the path. I don't know how we're gonna do that. I mean, because we're admins, I don't even know if we need to make a path. We can just kind of have a path here. But this is a town I've been working on. This is a town me and Gray, I should say. Gray has done a lot of work to this as well. He's helped me a lot. As a matter of fact, he built all of that right there. He built this. He built a ton of houses in the city. I don't know exactly which ones, but we had to upgrade these houses, and we were upgrading every house except for this one and a couple different ones because these ones are unique. They're not the same as. So we made these houses diagonal, and we think diagonal is just so much cooler than just straight. Because, I mean, everyone builds a straight. Everyone builds the square box house. Even though our house was cool, it wasn't. It needed to be one step better. Uh, Basically, this is just a very. I mean, this is a pretty basic. This is an old design for an arena. Obviously, there's some stuff that are a little bit outdated towards my building style. These houses aren't. They're still new. I used to have an older type of building style, which was like the same kind of house I have on my island up here. It's older, and then we just upgraded the entire city to these because it's just way better. But I realized that this area here it was really missing something. And I wasn't just gonna put a whole bunch of houses there. It would have taken forever. So I just decided, let's just add a castle up here in the corner. It's gonna fill the space a little bit better than just more trees, right? So, and here we are. No, it's a pretty boring castle build. I mean, it's obviously not like the coolest build. not like it's going to be. I mean, castle builds aren't necessarily fun to build. Fuck. Oh. I should probably light this place up. There we go. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. What I'm what I personally am trying to do for this world is I'm trying my best to incorporate like all of the stuff. Like, I'm trying to incorporate make this look as most like a medieval city as it can be. You know, like obviously it's not a medieval city, so obviously it's not a real life medieval city, but I'm trying to emulate that. And I mean, obviously there's maybe not a volcano or something in here, and a huge PvP arena with advanced redstone systems. I mean, this redstone system is pretty damn cool. Give my props where it's due to Phoenix. That's the name of the person that built this on the server. They I built this like the actual build, but they built the redstone part. A cool elevator system we built. I built all this. Obviously, they built that. Press the button, go up. Oh, that time I did get it, but it takes you all the way up into the battlegrounds area where you would battle in like an arena battle, and I think it's so cool. That's such a such a cool idea that we added that because it's like, I mean, you're thinking of it like obviously this place doesn't have the huge concession stands, the huge stands and stuff. But it's just cooler to think that the people that do watch can see this battle. They can see, you know, the battlers rise from the chambers, except instead of just like, you know, walking out through the stage. It's just way better that way. The biggest thing that I've seen people do when they build, which I don't do, is a lot of people when they build focus on what's wrong. Like a lot of people would say that this ceiling is bad because of the fact that it's a little off here. Now I agree it is a little wonky. Maybe I could go like this, or maybe I just fill the whole ceiling in. But it's in the end, it's not like it truly matters. Like obviously if it's something that's super bad, you have to fix it. But just focus on the build, like building the actual frame first. That's what I have for people trying to build. I mean, I'm a pretty experienced builder now. I built a lot of builds. Obviously, this world is one of many worlds I'm currently building. Main two are Lava World, which is a world that is what we use to play H&H on, and Battle Series, and all these games. All those maps you see in those videos, me and Gray built them ourselves. I take a lot of time to do this. Like, look, 13.8 days I have on this world. On Lava World, I have 3.4 or something. It's a lot. It's a lot. And I mean, I really try to obviously bring a lot of stuff to the table, and like I really love building it. It's so fun. So, but my like I said, my biggest thing for if you want to build, but you're just like think that it's gonna be bad, but like you see something in it and you're like, that just I can't live with that. It's so annoying to just look at that and see something that's clearly off, you know? Like, I get it, but you can't make a build perfect every time. There are times where you can. I've done that before. It's been fun. But 99% of the time, if, like, this room, you could say, the ceiling is too dark, and I'll be like, okay, I mean, it is, but it's like, it's not bad, you know? I'm trying to get a kind of a fadeaway effect right now. Like, this part is deep, and this part kind of fades into the ceiling. But the ceiling, I'm gonna actually, because there's nothing above it, I'm just gonna do this with all of these, and then just break up one block, place blanks. For people that don't know how to don't understand why I'm always breaking and placing a block at the same time. Like a year or two ago, I learned this. It's a really helpful strat, and it severely severely cuts time on builds because of how less stone bricks to oak planks. What was that? That wasn't even a second. I already did it, you know? Oh. That was weird. Anyway. So, like I was saying, now if I tried to do that, where I was like, I was like, it's still, like, cuts time. And what I do is, I kind of like, left click my mouse and right click my mouse at the same time. But I've trained my finger, because sometimes, you know, so I trained my left click to be just a split second before my right click. And I've gotten so good at it now that I can just... Yeah, it doesn't even look like I'm breaking stuff, but I am. Did I show the upstairs yet? This is a main ballroom for parties. I think I'm pretty proud of this build. Hold the phone. Inconsistency. And a lot of people are like, wow, you're so good at building. How do you get to the point where you're like, how do I become you? I'm so bad. I'm like, well, and I'll say to them, I'll be like, you know, I just practice a lot. Now, I will admit, I'm a little bit of a... I spend a little too much time playing Minecraft, but then again, it's worth it, because I get to build builds like this, and I get to make cool videos. So, I mean, in a way, it's a win-win, you know? So, some tips for building. Number one, you always want to, like, you want to keep builds very simple, like, at first. Always start with a frame. See how when I built this room, it was just a box? Hold up. It was just a box, and then I just slowly started adding things like support beams and the ceiling. Now I'm adding the wall tiling. Like, it's just slowly coming together. that it's way easier to plan out a room when you have the space as just a box. Um, I've learned when building Lava World that it's super easy to build a room when you have a frame. Most of the time, people are like, okay, build a frame. That's easy. I'm talking like the detailing that you do. How do you do that? Well, there's a few things that I do to make my builds look better that anyone can do. Obviously, I do a lot of detailing. I like the carpeting here. You have carpets, just wool blocks, concrete powder, and concrete. Creates like a carpety pattern that's more like old, and it's not like it looks better. Same thing with the wood. I added strip spruce logs and spruce planks and spruce buttons to spice it up. The walls have obviously this andesite pattern that I've been copying around it. Like you want to get to that where you can add a ton of detail. And another thing, just fill the space. Like I love filling space. In this room, it's blank, but it's just good enough for me because I add the bushes, have the ladders. It's meant to be a main room anyway. This room, it's a small room, but I filled the space. I'm proud of this bed frame, by the way. Doesn't it look so good? So, yeah. Building is not easy. Trust me. I've been building for a long time. If you've ever seen my builds, I mean, you haven't, but trust me, you don't want to. They used to be not good. And that's just because I wasn't as good at building then. And that was a few years ago. Like I spent like I said, I spend a lot of time building, so I get very good at building. So when that happens and I just slowly adapt. And I always started with a same style. And here's the thing. A lot of people think that copying off of a tutorial video obviously is plagiarizing. I get that. I 100% get that. But how I started was I would just copy videos until I learned the style enough where I could build it on my own and make other things out of it. And then, like, I used to watch this one castle tutorial by, I think, JavaCraft. I think that's his name. He's a great builder. He's even better than me. He makes crazy builds. But he did this castle tutorial, and I just watched it over and over again. On my phone, I would just continuously try to build a castle. I kept failing, but eventually I got the castle down where I could do most of the castle without even watching the tutorial. And I was so confident in myself that I actually started building other castles that were just a little bit different. Because I knew I could build this castle so well, maybe I could just alter it to fit my own needs. And eventually, I got so good that I can build all this. And I will say, learning diagonal just kind of popped out of nowhere. I don't even know how that happened. I just kind of was like, I want to try building diagonal today. And then it worked. I think building a diagonal castle like this is easy. I mean, it is for people that are good. But, like, I mean, it's not easy for me to do because I'm not a crazy player. Like, I will give respect. There's a lot of good builders out there in the world, and I don't consider myself one of the greats because there is a lot of people out there, and I am just one of many. But I do think, personally, Hiders and Hunters is the best game ever made. I mean, there might be other games people have made that, like, I'm talking like this game tops even Bed Wars. It's so thought out. The rules are very complicated, but once you learn the rules, it is a fun game to watch and play. Like, legit. When me and my friends play Hiders and Hunters, we have fun time. Yeah, obviously the matches are stressful. There's a lot of tension every single time, because it's a very stressful game. I'm sure you knew that, but like it's just like there's a lot going on, and I myself am not the best at PvP, which makes it harder. But that's why we strategize. It's a strategizing game. It's a team game, and I'll give you the rundown. So basically, here's how it works. There's two teams, the hiders and the hunters. I'm sure you understood that from the title, but basically, the hiders are like the people that have to try to hide around the map, sneak around, scavenge for stuff, and try to survive. And the hunters are trying to hunt them down. Pretty self-explanatory. But the thing that isn't is there's a lot of rules between each of the hunters and the hiders. For example, hunters can't die from PvP deaths. They can only die from natural causes. Now, if you don't... like, a natural cause would be something like falling off of... like, fall damage, like falling off and dying. Falling in lava. Or maybe you get out of lava and burn to death. All of that would count. Drowning, suffocating, falling on a stalagmite, whatever you want. Stalagmite falling on you. Anything works with anyone. It all counts. Except for bows. Bows don't count either. But hunters can kill the hiders with PvP, which makes... And I'm a hider, so it's very hard to be a hider. I want to eventually live stream it, but I go between my houses, and whenever we play it, I'm always at my dad's, so I don't have the chance, but I would like to eventually, and I'll probably make a highlight clip of it or something, whatever works, but, I mean, I trying to, like, push hiders and hunters out there, because it is, in my opinion, a really good game. I mean, I'm not just saying that, like, so people watch it and I get tons of views. I mean, I want people to watch it and I want to get views, because then my game will be more recognized, you know? But that's not all that I want. Like, I've always dreamed when I was a kid of a ton of people like watching something I did. So clearly, when I do this and push it out there, and I see that some people do see it at times, I get really excited, because I'm like, this game is like that childhood dream that I had ever since I was a kid, where I was just going to, you know, I've been wanting to push this game out, and Hiders and Hunters is like that for me. I mean, it's a very fun game too. It's not boring to watch. I mean, it can be, but it can also be really fun, especially when you're playing it. We just don't have a lot of people. If we got a ton of people, eventually what we could do is we could start doing a league. Something where, like, there'd be different teams, not just two teams, you know? Each team would have probably 2 people, I'd say. 2 people per team would probably work, except maybe a couple that would be 3. But most of the time there'd be 2 or 3 people on teams, and we'd just play a bunch of games, and the team that comes out on top would probably either we'd go to a championship, or maybe we'd even do playoffs. But I mean, it's fun to me that that is a possibility eventually. But I mean, at the moment, I'm fine with it just being the way it is, which again is why I'm just trying to push it out there. This is a really fun game, and it's not like I said, any ordinary game. On to another topic. So, my modded videos I've been doing. Give feedback on that in the comments, because I want to see how that's doing. I really love doing it, to be fair. I mean, modded is fun. Like, playing with those guys, they are fun to play with. Like they are funny as hell. But Penny and Gray are just such characters. Obviously, they're my best friends. I've known them forever. It's been years, and I am so glad that they're, my friends, and that we get to play stuff like that together, and that other people get to watch us do that, and I get to make cool videos out of it. Even though, to be honest, no one likes editing videos, like tons of videos, but like, I'd rather someone do it for me, but I still do it anyway. So I mean, seriously, critique me as much as you want in the comments, because it's like, I mean, I need the feedback because I've never done this before, and I want to put the best content I can put out. Tips for editing, like little things I can do just to make the quality better. Obviously, my PC is not the best. I mean, I could get a better one eventually, but for now, it's what I have, and it's gonna get better in the future for sure. I'm planning on it, but for now, it's what I have. It's my setup, and I'm fine with that. It's really how do I say this? It's really quite something to know that well, that it's just like so how do I say this? It's it's fun playing modded Minecraft with them. Like, I get modded Minecraft is so much better than regular Minecraft to an extent. Like, I never build stuff in modded Minecraft, even though people are like, well, why wouldn't you do that? There's like more stuff, so you get more building stuff. I think building with stuff that's in the game currently is more of a challenge, and there's a few reasons why I think this. For number one, it challenges me to have to push myself. I have to use what we have to make what I want to make. Now, there are certain exceptions to this that piss me off. Number one, why don't they just add diagonal fences? I mean, it's so easy to do. It's so easy to add. It would be so thankful. I'd be so thankful. I'm a huge builder guy, so there's a lot of critiques with that. A couple other things too, like there's just a lot of missing blocks. Other types of blocks too that I recently watched a video that this guy made. It was really well made. It was like a video about missing versions of stone and like other like stone blocks in Minecraft in different variants. Like sandstone is missing a couple variants, like smooth stone something, whatever, stairs or something. But like, I don't know, it's just some random. There's a lot of blocks that are missing from the Minecraft catalog. He said that the granite stone bricks would be bad, but I think those would be sick. I mean, it's basically this, but the granite texture. I mean, that would be sick. Polished granite stone bricks. Polished granite stone bricks. That's cool. I think that's sick, in my opinion. 1.20 has added a couple new building blocks. I'm really excited for the PvP features it's going to add because of Hiders and Hunters. I want to incorporate new things in Hiders and Hunters every time, every update. That's when you're a good builder, it's fun to build because you can build whatever you want, and that really pushes the limits to what you can do. Because, like I said, Minecraft is a creative game. Like, there's a lot of people that think Minecraft is like a kid's game. to an extent, yeah, I think I agree with them. It can be a pretty kids game because there's a lot of kids that play it, stuff like that. It's obviously, bruh, it's obviously not, like Fortnite where there's like tons of guns. It's just swords and stuff. So I can see where people would think that Minecraft is a kids game, but there's just a lot of things that about it that also just aren't a kids game. Like the fact that I can build so much in this, and it's so it's so fun. Like that, and just surviving with my friends. It's just a different like. No, everybody probably knows the feeling of starting a Minecraft survival world with your friends. Have fun. I captured that and put it into on YouTube. That's such a cool thing for me. And we're gonna try to make that series pretty long, hopefully. It depends on how much we play. They are very busy, and either if they aren't busy, they just aren't playing with me, or we play something else because we're busy. Most of the time when we do play with each other, it's not this, but it's not. What was I trying to say? It's not modded. Modded is usually for when it's just me, Penny, and Gray, because H&H is our main focus right now. Because after this trilogy ends, we're going to be adding a third person to me and Gray's team, potentially, if he still wants to. And that person is a PvP stud. So we really want him on our team. But this trilogy has taken a while. Like, we started it in, I think, late December, and it's March, almost April, and we aren't even done. So, yes, it's a long trilogy, but we will finish it eventually. I know that for a fact. It'll probably be sometime in the summer, but who knows? Because all we need is about one day that we play, and we could probably finish it, because it's not like takes forever. It's just finding time to play is just hard nowadays. Because everyone's, there's a lot, people get busy, It's not like with the pandemic anymore. I grew up on that. Like, I literally grew up in the pandemic where, I was stuck inside the whole day. Hold up. My cat, bro. Oh, what the hell? Guys, okay. My cat is a genius. Where are you? Dude, my cat just... My door is locked, and it's a wood door, so you have to turn the knob. She just jumped, I think. I don't even know how she unlocked it, but... For some reason, the door opened, so she must have opened it herself. What I think she did is she legit went and, like, literally... I think she legit jumped up and turned the doorknob, because I heard the doorknob turn. Like, how the hell does that happen? Bro, my cat's like an acrobatic, bro. I'm telling you. Yeah. So this room's done. This is like a room to go to the courtyard. This isn't a huge castle. It's just meant to be a castle to show our dominance over this. Because we are the leaders of the city. I mean, this is a legit city. There's people that live... all the houses that are smaller with the white are all houses that are for living, not for shops. The ones with the colorful wool, we use for shops. And I don't know if it was necessarily me, it might have been Gray. One of us had an idea to make the color coordination. Each shop has a different color. And we did that very much on purpose, because we knew getting anywhere in the city was going to be hard. Because if you just say, that one shop, there's like 20 shops in the city. How the fuck are you supposed to know which one is the right shop? Because you look at the color. Meet me at the pink shop. Obviously, this is magenta. That's I'm assuming. I think so at least. That's purple. Magenta and pink are two different colors, so shouldn't mix that up. But pink, magenta, purple, gray, blue, red, cyan, orange, brown, green, yellow. I don't even know if that's all the colors in Minecraft for wool. I think we don't have a black shop. We might, but yeah, we're running out of colors for shops. We probably aren't going to do any more. My friend Autumn, who did the commands for that, also did these little armor stands. I think they're cool. They added them all over the city. I never noticed how goofy this shop looked for a second, but it actually looks good now. They added a couple, like they added them everywhere, like this cool Fisher one. I think this is a really cool add-on. I think they added one over here too. Yep. These are some sick armor stands. They also added some stuff around the fountain. I didn't even know about this one. They just kind of added it. They're like mini armor stands. It's cool. Uh, this city is big. This is the Floating Islands complex up here. It, it's comprised of the main floating island, which is very outdated. Yeah, these are the houses we used to build, which are they're not bad, but they were just under detailed. And we turned those into the diagonal houses that you see over here. That was just a mini shop. The big ones were different than that up on the island, but yeah. And again, like I said, H&H is a very it's very complex, and not everyone's gonna get it on the rules. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of questions that are gonna be asked if you ever watch a stream of us playing it. Uh, Trust me, I understand the rules are very complicated. Just say in chat, because I'll answer you in chat most likely. Speaking of that, I should probably check chat right now. We're on. Check out my friend Addison too. His name is Michael J Cube on YouTube. Uh, he's he's cool. He's a nice YouTuber. He's been picking up recently in the amount of subscribers. He's been picking up that. He recently made me and him recently made a Goatman video that really popped off, and it was fun. It was fun to build. That was a fun video. I mean, to build. Not build, to just participate in. I mean, that was fun. To be fair, I do think that modded Minecraft survival is way better than just regular survival, but I think for building it's better to just stick to what's in the game, because I don't know, it just for me it just doesn't feel as creditable when you say I built this, using a mod pack. It just doesn't sound as good to me, but that's just me. I know a lot of people that are builders, and I can still consider myself. I always will, but I consider myself the best out of them, because I mean Gray, I feel like I'm better than Gray, but he is still really good, and he helps me out a ton. I'm not better than Gray because Gray sucks. I mean, he's a great. Like I said, he really helps. If I wouldn't have him, I don't know where I'd be with building. It would first of all, it would take double as long because me and him speed the efficiency up of our builds. Also, he comes up with some ideas every once in a while, but he does a lot of technical stuff too. I suck at commands, even though they're pretty simple. He does usually. He does a lot of. He helps me build a lot of things. I usually come up with the designs, and then me and him, like, have ideas and kind of build the room together. Like, I'll think in my head like a loose plan out for a room. I'll build the floor plan and stuff, and then he'll help me build. And it's not like me and him are just like it's not like Gray does nothing and I just do all the planning. Gray has ideas too. Generally, I think I do have make more of the ideas than him, but most of the time, me and him are clicking together when it comes time to that. Hold up. Yo, what? That's crazy. Hey, wait, what's wrong with this one? What's wrong with this roof? That's making it like that. Legit, I'm not dealing with that. So that's what we get for now. I'm not spending an hour doing that because I don't want to do that. That'll take forever. Addison plays a lot more games. Check out his channel, like I said. He's streaming right now, I'm pretty sure. I think he's playing Roblox. He is a very he's a very he's a funny guy. Me and him always hang out, play baseball, stuff like that. But the main thing that I think you know, I think the main thing that his channel brings to the table is he has good editing. I mean, I think someone else edits for him, but I mean, still, whoever edits his videos, top-notch videos. I've actually emulated a few things that they've done into my editing style, like the zoom out thing with the black screen where your screen zooms out, and also a couple more things, little things. And I think my videos are starting to get better. That's for sure. Yeah, so this is about where I'll stop because I don't want to do too much. Next time, I'm probably going to flatten this whole place and start doing this wall. And then I'll probably end it there. And then the final time, we'll probably try our best to make a landscape. Because I want to add a landscape to this place. Make a courtyard, horse stables, tons of stuff like that. Make it really well done. Good, we had our little streamy time. Obviously, this is the first building stream I've done. I just did a lot of talking, mostly. So, and a lot of information. Watch my new video. Uh, part 3, I don't know when that's coming out. Depends on when we play next. Uh, but yeah. I will see you when, I guess, when I see you guys. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that.